secrecy and adventure. This is Club Day in the Secret City, so we have some club members and a special guest with us today. But first, we're going to draw. Faces are the subject for the day, and we'll use different faces to show you the special art word, variety. Now, I'll draw an elf with a special disguise and then a very different dragon. I wonder if Cindy will like it. Our special guest today is Elaine Williams, an expert at set design and costume design. Now, Elaine's going to work with club members to demonstrate and show you some designs and how to do it yourself. Now, I know you want to become a member of the Secret City Club, so MetaMan's here to tell you just how easy it is to join. 4 Secret City Club members are going to work with us today. David McKay and Sharon Kim will be drawing with me, and Vlad Kropkov and Tim Flynn will be demonstrating good designs with Elaine Williams. Now, here's what you need to follow along. You need your drawing pad, lots of sheets of paper, drawing pencil, and your guest notebook to take notes on set and costume design. Now, you gather those materials together, and I'll be right back. So you're all fueled up, right? You're in a good mood, a positive mood, and you're ready to conquer that flat piece of paper. We're going to draw 3-dimensional drawings today. We're going to use all 7 magic words, plus a really important art word, variety. And now, drawing with you today, we have 2 special club members. You guys ready to draw?
I'm ready.
We have Sharon and David with us. Loosen up a little bit. Shake your fingers. Okay, your pencils are sharp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Your pencils. All right, now we're going to use the whole piece of paper. We'll draw some faces using variety. Now let's start by drawing an elf face. We'll start right here with a circle. You loosen up your hands. Make sure your hands are real flowing today and you have your energy up. We'll draw a hat, an interesting little elf hat across here. And then we'll draw a nose coming up from behind this really soft hat, the soft hat brim right here. Draw a nose, and then the jowl of the character. Then later on we'll put a mouth. Now let's put an elf's ear right here. Oh, from about right here. Come up. See how these elf's ears use a lot of variety. Now when you use variety, you make something a little different, a little more unique than you usually see it in everyday life. You usually don't see an ear like this. So we'll draw an elf's ear, then draw the helix inside there, and then draw the darken in this brim. Now watch how this is a foreshortened circle. See how this is almost a foreshortened circle? It's about 3/4 of one. And then we'll draw the thickness of it behind here and use overlapping. Now this is using variety for the hat. Make a really interesting hat. And then look at this. Using variety again. How about drooping the hat over? Instead of just drawing the hat going straight up, we'll use variety and do something different. Make it a little more interesting for your eye. It's almost like dessert for your eye to look at. Drawing music to your eye. So using variety, you draw different things, makes it more fun. Draw the hair coming out of here, different strokes. And then we'll draw the back of the hat brim. See how this is almost a foreshortened circle that's tilted up. And then draw the thickness in the back of the hat. Darken in the helix. Draw the lip. Want to make them smiling? You want to smile? Okay, we'll draw a smile with a grin. Then draw the bottom of the lip. And then the bottom of the chin right here. Are you keeping up with me? I hope you're practicing your drawing 20 or 30 minutes a day. If you do practice, you'll have no problem keeping up with me at all. Draw the top of the costume. And look at this. Almost a foreshortened circle with overlapping right here. Using variety because I drooped the collar down. You can make the shoulder right here. Now let's take a moment and really get to know a club member just a bit better.
Hi, you know me. I'm Sharon Kim, the adorable 9th grader from Delaney Senior. And you know I take art lessons from Renata Duncan because she's very good at what she does. And you know I like to draw because people say I'm good at it. And you know I like to draw the beautiful and the bizarre, especially in pastels because the colors are easy to blend. And you know what comes between me and my Star Trek? Nothing. Live long and prosper.
That's really an excellent drawing. You're keeping up with it really well, Sharon.
Thank you.
Now, remember, when you're using variety and you're drawing a hat, think of all the different ways you can draw that hat. You can draw a flat hat, a tall hat, a skinny hat, right? Or when you're drawing noses, you can do the same thing. Use variety, or eyebrows, or glasses, or anything you want. Take a look at this drawing. Use variety in the drooping, used foreshortening, used overlapping, really nice shading all the way through it. Starting the shoulder right here, and darkness inside the collar. Good drawing, good drawing. Our special guest today, Elaine Williams, is with some club members doing some costume and some set design. Let's take a look.
I'm happy to be here with Vlad and Tim. As a set designer for the theater, my job is to create the physical environment for the action of the play. To design a set, I have to wear a lot of different hats. I have to be a painter, a sculptor, an architect, even a carpenter. My job differs from that of the painter and sculptor, though, in one important way. The springboard for my ideas is the play itself. When I first read the play, I try to concentrate on what colors and shapes and forms come to mind as I read. Then I read it over and over, looking for specific details that will affect the action of the play. Once I understand the play completely, I discuss it with the director. Together we'd establish a concept or style for making that production of the play unique. Then I begin to draw. I do lots of rough sketches until a clear picture of what the environment should look like comes to mind. I present my final ideas as a color rendering that conveys the atmosphere of the play. This is for a play called Scapino that takes place at a seaside cafe. Often I will build a model rather than doing a rendering. A model is a scale reproduction of what the set will look like on stage. I can show the director and actors how units of scenery change position for the different scenes.
Are these the same stages?
Yes, they both take place in the same theater, but it uses the space in a very different way.
This is kind of has, this is, I think, more stages or some, I mean.
Right, this one has the orchestra pit removed.
Oh.
So this has much more downstage depth than this one does. I present my ideas with a model and a rendering, but I show how to build the actual set units by means of technical drawings. This drawing is called a floor plan. It's as if we've removed the roof of the stage and are looking straight down into the space. It shows the exact positions of the tables and chairs and doors and the other set objects.
Can you build a stage or, not exactly a stage, but is that actual size, like if you multiplied that
Right,
by size?
1/2 of an inch equals 1 foot.
Oh, so you built the real stage play thing.
Right, from these
that.
technical drawings. Yeah.
Okay.
This is called a painter's elevation, and it shows the actual colors and painting techniques that I wish to use on the real set pieces. You might want to compare this blue fish to this fish, the actual size and shape of it.
It's big.
Yeah. Now I'd like for you to do a set design. You won't have read the play, but I'll describe the scene to you. It takes place in the cellar in the house of a countess. It's an ancient vault that is deep in the ground. There's a large staircase that leads down into the space. In the dark, shadowy corners, we can see packing boxes and bird cages and odds and ends that have been accumulated over the centuries. There's one special effect, and that is that when you remove one stone of the staircase, a trap door opens, revealing a circular staircase that leads down into the ground. I'd like you to draw that scene at the moment when that trap door opens.
You see, variety is used everywhere. It's even used in set design. Did you see on the sets how there's all these extras and all these neat little details? Add extras to your drawings. Use variety. If you're drawing a wall, why not make a little mouse hole with a mouse coming out of the hole, going after some cheese with a space-age mouse trap next to the cheese? Add extras. Use variety. I'm going to draw a hand right here. Very quick sketch. Draw a thumb with different... When you look at your thumb, you see how your thumb hooks down like that? Well, I'll draw that hook right here. And then draw some fingers, really loose sketches of the fingers coming down, and then adding variety, something different. I'll make a very, very long, droopy robe or gown on this character. He's just reaching up for something. Draw some overlapping wrinkles, and then you can draw a really quick sketch of a hand. Watch this. There's the bottom of the hand. Think of banana fingers, and there you have some really interesting gestures by our elf. Let's draw that dragon right now. Start with the building block of our cylinder, the sphere, and then draw the front of the nose, almost horizontally across from each other. Let's draw a neat little nose. Using variety, remember variety, we'll draw a horn, a short horn, but because we're using variety, I'll put two more coming out from down here, like teeth almost. Look, I'm going to draw a separate part of his nose in the background. Line this up in direction 7. And you see how, almost like a walrus, huh? Okay, so you use variety and you can make anything happen with your drawing. See, drawing's fun. You can get in a good mood, be positive about it, and just bulldoze over it and make anything happen. Draw this eye and overlap the eye in the background. See, it lines up in direction 7. Put your eyeball there, and then using variety again, let's draw a really interesting horn coming out from the ears. Draw a horn coming over here. Look at it. It can circle around, and the other side can circle around. And you can even make them twisting around each other if you want to, using variety. See that nice S-curve right there? See how that twists into a little knot above his head? Using variety. And then using variety. Have you ever seen a dragon with really sketchy hair like that? And give him a smile. Sharon David, are you keeping up with me?
Sort of.
Okay. This is kind of a difficult little twist to make happen, but look, you have lots of extra time after the lesson using variety with your drawings, and you can clean it up and add details later. I want to challenge you to design your own face using variety. Make a different size nose, different kinds of eyes, ears, maybe a different kind of chin, chubby or skinny face, any kind of face you want, but use variety. And I want you two to do the same kind of challenge with me, all right? Design a face. Could be a mythical face or something. Okay, Sharon and David? Sure. All right. Draw about 20 or 30 minutes a day. And remember, use variety. Add extras in your drawings.
A stage, and I am an actor on that stage. I'm having so much fun with Elaine Williams, the set designer, because she's showing so many new theatrical ideas for my drawings. Maybe I'll even design a play about Club Day here in the Secret City. By the way, have you joined Commander Mark's drawing club? If you haven't, you should. All you need to do is send a drawing to the commander, and you automatically become a member of the Secret City Club. This week's activity is of a self-portrait, a drawing of yourself. Here is a drawing by Roland. Oh, it's a great drawing. Handsome lad, that Roland. Send your drawing to Secret City Club, Post Office Box 444, Moraga, California, 94556.
I'm also a costume designer. Costuming is important because what we wear says a lot about who we are. We can learn about a character even before he speaks by looking at what he's wearing. You're both wearing costumes. What do you think the character that would wear those costumes would be like?
Well, a young cavalier.
Right, right. And is this for a comedy or for a tragedy?
I haven't thought about that much.
The colors are very bright and the patterns are bold. Must be for a comedy. And you're wearing a cape.
Yeah, this looks like someone a rich dude would wear.
Yeah, it would be rich. You think you'd be a prince or a king?
Probably prince.
Probably.
Yeah.
Right. Costume is important, too, because it tells the time period that the play takes place. These are costume designs for a play called Much Ado About Nothing that takes place in the 17th century. These costume renderings are different than the set renderings that we were looking at earlier because all the information that we need to make these costumes is contained in the renderings. For example, this is a costume for Beatrice. We would select the fabric and the patterns based on what we see here. Compare this rendering with the finished costume. Front, And we have the back view as well. You'll also notice that this costume has interchangeable sleeves.
Do you pick out the materials for this yourself?
Yes, I do. What I do is paint the rendering, and then I go to the fabric store and I try to match the fabric as closely as possible to what I've drawn.
Who saws them? I mean, who saws the costumes?
Well, we have costumers. Generally, there'll be 6 or 8 men or women in the costume shop that make these, and we use period patterns from the actual time period.
Hello, Elaine.
Hello, Metaman.
Oh, I'm having a wonderful time wearing this costume that you brought me. It's so much fun.
Oh, wonderful. You look great in it.
Makes me feel like a different person.
Exactly. Do you realize that you're playing Benedict? And
This
much
character
ado
right
about
here.
nothing? Exactly.
Yes, this looks just like that costume. Oh, let's see.
How does it make you feel to wear that?
Well, makes me feel like I'm royalty. Maybe I'm a duke or an earl or something.
Exactly. You're a
and-
prince.
A prince? Oh, I was right. And looking at this costume, I think that maybe he moves around a great deal with these blousy sleeves and these ribbons back here. Even this wonderful scarf. Did you call this a scarf?
It's called a baldric.
A baldric. Okay, I like the fringe an awful lot. So I think he's a pretty happy fellow, too. It's happy and rather wealthy.
Exactly. Exactly.
Now, I noticed there's another drawing here. Is this another costume that he wears?
Yes, this is what he wears in Act 3. You're wearing a much more informal costume that he's wearing in Act 2.
Mm-hmm.
He's out about the town. The other drawing that you see is what he would wear to the court when he dresses up.
Well, I really think those costume sketches are really nice, and I'm really having a wonderful time learning all about theater. And I'm interested in finding out what our club members here have designed for their sets.
I have some fantastic drawings to show you of some characters that the kids in the club have designed that what they think Cindy the Dragon looks like. Let's look at the first one. This is David's idea of what Cindy the Dragon looks like. Have you done your design of what Cindy looks like? Look at that. He has the feathers on the back. He used spots, nice green coloring, and he even added a background. That's really cute, Cindy, David. Good job. Let me look at another drawing. Now here's Sharon Kim's idea of what Cindy the Dragon looks like. She has Cindy laying there on the set next to the easel. And you see the Secret City banner behind. She used foreshortening for the top. Look at the design. Surface, the near part of the platforms are lower in the paper. And also size. The near part of the platforms are larger. Look at that nice twist in the tail. Good job, Sharon. You've really got the idea of using variety in your drawings and your faces. That's beautiful control, Sharon. Let me show this right here. Take a look at this, David.
Good drawing.
See this? It almost looks like one of the set costume designs that our guest brought today. Isn't that neat? There's a sword shining. Look at how she made this reflection right here. Put a star and highlighted it by making it dark behind. Nice foreshortening for the tip. Shading all the way down. And look at the hand right here. It's even darker where the hand meets the handle of the sword. She used overlapping, contour, wrapping around the contour of the robe that drapes down, and even highlighted the robe from the body by making it dark along the edge. See that? This is a beautiful drawing. And also shading along the right side and left side, leaving the reflection in the middle of the neck. Where's the mouth?
I didn't get to
You don't got
that.
the mouth yet. What's this character's name?
I'm not sure.
Good drawing. Good control of the hair. That's a nice idea. And using variety, you put a headband across here. Have you ever thought about designing costumes for sets before?
Yes, I have, because I like costumes and everything.
It's a neat idea to use variety because you can do anything in different time zones, like in the future, in the past, or in the present. David, this is a really good drawing. You have your hair. You have a hat right here, and you have. This is bad for his health. Lung cancer. I'm sorry. That's not really nice for me to say about your drawing. You have your pencils and paintbrushes in here, or what are those?
He's paintbrushes. He's a
Paintbrushes.
French painter.
Oh, a French painter. Okay. Do all French painters smoke?
I don't know.
Okay.
He has a lopsided grin. He's smiling at what he just created.
I see. But doesn't his shirt get real messy if he uses the paintbrushes right there in his pocket?
Well, he didn't use this.
Oh, I see. Those are just for looks. Those are like the feathers in the hat or something, huh?
Yeah, I guess. And if the one he's holding in his hand over here gets messed up, he can use one of those.
Okay, you used variety on this face right here. I wanted to show your idea what Cindy the Dragon looks like. And use variety for the scales. Look at that nice texture down here. Variety for this. Now, does she have a sleeve on or something?
Well, it's just different colors. I guess it's just no.
That's a good way to answer.
I don't know.
David, you're funny when you start to draw, and you have your eyes right here, and the horn. You made almost a mean-looking. Now she's nice, right? Cindy the
Yeah,
Dragon's
she's nice. She isn't mean. Her eyes.
And you have a smile right here in the tail. That's
Smile
really
and
neat.
tail and
I have one more drawing. I want to show your idea of what Cindy the Dragon looks like, Sharon. Let me hold it up against his pad of paper. But look at this. Using variety, using something different, a different approach to the drawing. She drew Cindy the Dragon's green arm, but made Cindy a beautiful maiden. Isn't that a neat idea? Let's see what our set designer's doing with the club members right now.
Let's see, what do you have here?
This is the set design of the story of the Mad Woman of Shale. And here's the stairs, and see what was happening was there's a trap door, and there's a brick inside one of the stairways, and when you remove that brick, the trap door would open, and here's the brick missing, and here's the trap door opened. Here's something coming out, lots of light coming over.
Looks like Cindy.
Yeah. And here's some red fog, red mist creeping out.
Creepy scene. Where do you think that trapdoor leads to?
Down into a giant pit.
Could be.
Looks like a very scary environment there. I'm not sure if I'd want to be there.
It's very dark and shadowy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's see yours, Glad.
Well, I'm sure about the same thing, but the trapdoor isn't in the floor, it's in the side of the stairs, see? And somebody's going inside there.
Oh.
It's supposed to be a person.
I like how you showed the light coming in here.
Through that
showing
window,
the,
it's
yeah,
really
and
neat,
showing
isn't
the
it?
different shadows and stuff. I should have used pencil. I could have gotten a better shadowing.
I noticed there are a lot of other things in the back here. What are these containers and boxes used for in the play?
I don't know. I didn't read the play. I guess wine.
You think why?
They're just things that have been accumulated over the centuries.
I see.
Very strange. Now, this is exactly the kind of drawings that I do to show a director. I would do a number of sketches like this, show them to him or her, and then we would discuss them. We would talk about whether we wanted to move the trapdoor here or whether we liked it better in the floor, and then I'd go back and make other sketches.
But this
based
is
on what he
really,
told me.
really exciting. I think we can use this idea of theatrical design and maybe create our own play about the secret city.
Both Sharon and David, they drew their faces looking straight on. But if you use variety, you can take that face and you can turn it into different directions. Now, Sharon and David, take a look at this. We'll take your faces that you look straight on at, and we'll turn them to a profile face. Now, this is a real easy angle to draw your face. It's a really nice viewpoint. Draw the side of the face right here in a round circle, and any type of nose you want. Remember, you can use variety. Draw a nose, and then the mouth just sticks on the side right here. You can put a smile, the lip, and then the chin, and then put the eye over on this side. Okay, now that's a profile, and you know how to make a face straight on. I'll draw it right here. You put that guideline, that vertical guideline or horizontal guideline. Your eyes are on the left and right side of the guideline. And you can change the shape of the eyes, the size of the eyes, or even the color using variety. The nose is a little bit lower than the eyes. The lip, the chin down here, and the cheeks using variety. Draw the ear along. Now see the ear, if you take your finger and you put your finger right here at the side of your eye, you see how the ear lines up with your eye along this horizontal, this line, this guideline right here. The top of the line, top of the ear just goes over that just a bit. It comes down below. These are 4 shortened ears. That's 4 shortened ears here. And also surface. The near part of the chin's closer to you and it's lower to you. Then draw any kind of hairdo you want. You can make them a neat hairdo. And then one more view is the 3/4 view. Now this is a really popular way to draw because it's interesting. You see both sides of the face, both eyes, and yet it's a really interesting angle. So you draw a curve around the globe of the face, or the sphere of the face, curve this line right here. This eye is larger because of size, and it gets smaller as it goes around the corner, and the nose is below this guideline. It comes down, it goes in, and you can draw the end of the nose right here any way you want. You can even have it curving up along the bottom of the eye, but I won't do that. I'll just draw maybe a grin line up here. And the grid lines continue down. See, when you smile, you have that grin line on the side of your face. David has lots of grin lines, huh? Because David laughs a lot. And then up along here, draw the ear. Remember, the ear, the top of the ear is a little above this and the bottom of the ear is below. And then you can draw a neat hairdo if you want. Scribble that in. And darken this in. Now watch this. This comes down, you draw the far side of the cheek, and it comes around like that. You'll make him a really happy fellow with 2 or 3 grin lines. And his hairdo, give him a calic. And there we have 3 different positions of the faces. Draw, 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 practice your drawing 20 or 30 minutes a day, and stay in a super positive attitude. I'll see you next time. Fantastic.